Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rose. What's your name?
Yes, hi, my name is Charnelina Prada.
Okay, how should I call you?
You can call me Charn.
Charn. All right. So, Charn, let's start by you telling me something about yourself.
Sure. All right, so yes, my name is Charnelina Prada and I'm 37 years old. I live here in Pampanga, Philippines. I studied in Bulacan State University and took Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So I've been working in the call center industry for more than 12 years, and I first joined Teleperformance as part of the collection receivable management, taking inbound calls for AT&T customers. And then after 2 years, I decided to look for a new opportunity and joined Aegis People Support. Um, I am their cross-skilled agent taking inbound calls for the rental vehicle reservation and also outbound calls to get the overall experience of the customer from their previous rental experience. And then I looked for a company near my home in Makati. So I found Sutherland. I joined them and been with them for almost 9 months as one of their employee for PayPal UK. And then I met my husband there, and we decided to look for a company that we can work together. We found Wells Fargo, and we started as a collection agent for credit card department. After 2 years, I got promoted as a quality analyst. Been part of the team for almost 5 years, and then I got promoted also several times due to my great performance in monitoring calls, handling collection line of businesses that we cater, and also leading other QAs. Then I decided to leave the company as we started all going back to the office and back in May. And I started looking for a permanent, working from home jobs. So now I've been working as a part-time virtual assistant with Hello Therapy. Then I also work as a social media manager for Social Sensei, and also been part of the True Point team in October as one of their business development managers. So I also recently attended extensive training in graphic design, PSD and AI. Last September. This been this actually expanded my skills to open for the new skills as a graphic designer. And I also started my business as a graphic designer with Prime Graphics Hub. And I can assure you that I'm efficient, organized, and also has attention to detail in graphic designing. We will discuss that other skills that I have as we go on. So that's it.
Right. Okay. Wow, that's super extensive. Actually, I wanted to know more about your strengths, Charnaline. Charn.
Yes, so with my strengths, I am a very organized person. Being organized helped me a lot in completing all my tasks within the expected deadlines. I also created like a simple strategy by selecting which assignments are needed to be prioritized. So I also have a personal tracker that I use to complete all my assignments. Also, using Trello to manage my daily activities and always making sure that I submit, my assigned project or task with really perfect or, very defined details. So I always make sure that I aligned my completed projects based on the instructions given to me. So those are my strengths, being organized and also being um, I have strategy on making my tasks completed daily and also being detailed on whatever projects that will be assigned to me.
Okay, wow, that's great to hear. But if you can also be very honest with me, Charn, can you also give me some of your weaknesses?
Yes, of course. So I have a fear in public speaking. Back in high school, I always have, lacking confidence whenever I speak in public, especially when like reporting, doing some um, class report, and even just answering simple questions from my teacher. So I remember, I'm shaking every time I will, be called by my teacher in class. So when I joined an acting workshop back in Bulacan, so I was able to overcome these weaknesses. So um, during our practices, before our performance, we had several practices with our scripts, our lines. So I remember also during my free time, being alone, I will like state my lines in front of a mirror. So I got the lead role for that workshop and was able to complete all the performances. I was also able to, been with the group and join them in, you know, having a tour in the US for back in 2005 and 2006. So I'm still using the same technique whenever I'm applying, jobs and also conducting training and facilitating meetings at work, being prepared and taking time to um, um, you know, checking time before I will start my next task, like being a facilitator, being a trainer, and also, applying for jobs.
All right. Wow, great. So that's great that you've overcome your weaknesses.
Yes,
Charn, yeah. I would like to know because you've mentioned you've been in the industry for quite some time.
yes.
Uh, how many clients have you had so far, and what particular work have you done so far?
Yes. So for being a freelancer, I just started back in May looking for permanent work from home jobs. I landed my first client back in July. So currently I have total of three clients, and I have hello therapy. I help them on managing their schedule and also client appointments. I also been part of Social Sensei as their social media manager and helping them with the creating um, st- social media strategy form for our clients. Also helping them with influencer seeding and also for the growth of our clients on their social media accounts. And I just joined True Point as one of their sales marketing assistant. We sell like cremation urns for that project. And the fourth one I will start in November. So I'll be handling a property management rental for my fourth client.
Wow. Okay, great. Well, so since you've pretty much had a lot of experience already, what particular specialization or niche are you looking to focus on right now?
Yeah, so with my recent extensive, training with Digital Jobs PH, as a graphic designer, I can assure you that this is now my expertise. I've been doing a lot of tasks for my client or my trainer. Um, I completed almost all of them, in advance, making sure that I can complete all the tasks been given to us and, complete the entire training. So I can assure you with that kind of training that I have, I can contribute a lot with your business, especially being a graphic designer.
Okay, wow, great. Yeah, so since you've been in the industry for quite some time, you've been working for quite some time, do you still consider yourself, Charn, as a lifelong learner? And yeah, if so, what are you particularly studying at the moment?
Yes, of course. I'm a lifelong learner. So, as I've told you, I've been on a different role for the past 12 years, been a customer service employee, been an analyst, also now part of sales, marketing, and social media. Now I've also added another skill, being a graphic designer. So that's one of my skills right now. Um, I've made sure that, you know, I will learn a lot. I learned a lot using the tools like the Photoshop or Photopea and also Illustrator and Vector.com for, you know, to finish all the tasks for that you will give to me as a graphic designer. So now I'm planned to, make sure to be an expert also on this field.
All right. So, uh, yeah, I've seen how hard you work because you've got a lot of clients already. But I would also like to know, Chorn, if you are a team player, do you enjoy also working with teams, or do you prefer to be working alone?
Yes, I'm actually I can say both. So I'm a great team player back in Wells Fargo. I work with more than like 50 quality analysts and also managers. I've had some projects done in the past, collaborating with other QAs and managers. And also, my manager always commends me in working with minimal supervision. So that's one also of my strength, being, I can work independently with little support. So I can be both.
Okay. Well, as you know, when we're working with teams, it's not every time that we do agree with each other, right? So there's
Yeah.
always room for disagreement and, of course, a negative feedback. So I would like to know how you take in negative feedback.
Yeah, so I can see negative feedback as an opportunity to improve my work. So first, I make sure to listen to the feedback given to me, and if I've committed a mistake, I make sure to take ownership on it, and I don't take it personally, honestly. So I'm I take it as a benefit instead, because it will improve my performance in the future. Being also an open-minded person, looking and also looking for the best resolution to avoid the same mistakes in the future are really important, on accepting or being receptive on feedback.
Okay, great. Well, let me just know if you've the job post that I've posted online. What is your understanding of your job description?
Yeah, so I've read the job description that you posted. With regards to that, I can assure you that I can fulfill all the tasks being stated on that job description. Being a graphic designer, I can also manage the social media accounts that you have and other tasks. So, as I mentioned earlier, I have extensive training as a graphic designer. On top of that, I also gained experience being a virtual assistant. So I'm fully equipped with, experience to complete all the tasks given to me. So.
All right. Well, with that in mind, Charn, what do you think is your service fee range for those particular project description?
Right. For the service fee, as a graphic designer, if you will hire me, I can start at a range of $8 per hour. And if you wanted me to have other tasks to be completed, we can, talk about this, but I'll go start with $10 per hour for additional task, being a graphic designer at the same time as your virtual assistant um, in your
Okay.
company.
All
Yes.
right, let me just take note on that. Uh yeah, so you've been in working for quite some time already, and you
Yes.
said you've started, yeah, you started with the online industry for freelancing and all. But uh, what I want to know is what is your long-term plans in terms of your freelancing career?
Yes. So, first, of course, I want to be part of your team and want to be one of your expert, graphic designer. And been with Wells Fargo with my previous company for more than 8 years. So that's also my target with my other clients and next employers. I want to be with them and build my long time career and make sure to be an expert on whatever task or role that they will be given to me. That's it.
Wow, okay, great. Well, let's dive more about the project itself, Sharon.
Yes.
So, this project will entail you to be online for at least 20 hours per week. That's roughly 4 hours per day.
Yes.
Now, I understand that you said that you're in the Philippines. I'm currently
Mm-hmm.
situated in New York, so we have a time zone difference. I want you to be online 8 in the morning my time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also you've mentioned that you have a lot of different clients too. So would that be a problem for you? Will the schedule be okay for you?
Yes, of course. I can work with your time zone. With that period of time, I don't have any current, client on that specific time range. So I can definitely work for or possibly up to 6 hours per day, a maximum of 30 hours per week. So my commitment, especially even if it's Saturdays or holidays, I can commit on that as long as there are important tasks that I need to complete. So that's really important for me as one of my work ethics. So making sure that I can commit with the time that you ask me to work.
All right, okay. Yeah, so I think we don't have any problems anymore, Char, and I've asked all the questions that I needed. Do you have any questions for the project or for me?
Yes, of course. I have several questions. So, first of all, is this a long-term project?
Yes, this is going to be a long-term project. This is a startup company that we're doing. So, of course, we're starting and eventually, of course, we want to build up and all.
Yes.
So, yes, this is going to be yeah, a long-term plan for this particular project. We're looking for someone with your experience actually to actually grow with us. Mhm.
And that would be great because, as I've said earlier, really want to build my long time career with your company and making sure be one of your expert graphic artists. So
All
that's
right.
really great to hear. And possibly the next question that I might have for you is when will be your target start date for this role to be part of your team so I can also prepare?
Right. Okay, that's a good question. Actually, this is going to be the last yeah, spread of our interview. So we'll be deliberating within a day or two. You'll know already if you're going to the next level. And we wanted to actually open and start this before we end the month. So we're really on a tight schedule. So within the end of I think probably last week of this month or first week of next month. All
Right.
right.
So that's good to hear. I'm also, very excited to hear back from you soon with the next step. And you know, with your with all this uh, time that we had for our interview, I'm really glad that we had some time on knowing your company and also knowing me
Mhm.
as your next possibly graphic designer.
All right, great. Do you have any more questions for me, Charn?
um I think that's it. I was able to know more about your company, and we'll be waiting for your next for the next step from your team.
All right, okay. So, like I've said, we'll be deliberating on it within a day or two. You'll be hearing from us. And yeah, it was great speaking with you today. Thank you for coming in for the interview today. Yeah, you have a great day. Bye.
Right. Bye.